Hey, I wanted to read you something from 2006. I'm going to skip over it a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's from December 21st of 2006. It's a blog by Brad Blog. It's about Montgomery County, California registered Tony Achundo. He pleads no contest to 43 criminal charges. He's now former 13-year election official who once told us voters we needed to have trust and faith in how he himself would count votes. Okay, so in October 2005, just prior to the Monterey County, California November elections, with their new Sequoia touchscreen voting systems, Registrar of Voters Tony Achundo and I had an exchange on the radio. I asked him how discrepancies would be handled, if any were found, between the machine reporting results on the county's new system and their planned audit of the so-called paper trails from their unreliable systems. Now, the 13-year-old election official told Brad, there is obviously going to have to be some trust and faith in the elections official, or in this case, me. And he was arrested. Then in July of 2006, Tony Trust Me Achundo was charged with 43 criminal counts, included charges of forgery, misappropriation of funds, embezzlement, falsification of accounts, and grand theft of nearly $80,000 of county money. It was corrupt all over. And finally, I guess on December 20th, Achundo pleaded no contest to all 43 criminal charges. His plea deal may help him avoid jail time. He was facing a possibility of some 12 years in prison. So, I'm bringing this point up because somebody needs to pay for all this crime that's been going on with voter suppression, with election fraud. Now, there was something here. Where was it? Achundo is the response to any election official, politician, or voting machine company spokeshole who tells us that we must have trust in our election officials and they will do the right thing. Yeah, right. That they'd never do anything untoward or game in an election, despite their insider access to voting equipment, which can be tampered with to allow a single person, just takes one person, to steal an entire election without a trace left behind. Trust them? Not bloody likely. Our country and constitution were not founded on trust, but on checks and balances. That's my favorite line, I think, of this little blog. The disgraced and disgraceful Achundo is the object lesson. Trust honest election officials will be the first to tell you that they should not be trusted. Florida Supervisor of Elections Ian Sancho said in a speech last May, so that was 2005, trust no one. If it can't be verified, it can't be used. Yolo County, California Registrar Clerk Freddie Oakley wrote in June of 2005 in response to many of her colleagues. She said, they also argue that we have to trust our poll workers. To this I can only say, only if they are incorruptible. No one's incorruptible. No one should be trusted. Sorry, that's just the way it is. I think everybody has a price that they're willing to pay, whether it's to avoid being blackmailed or money itself. Be back.